Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 8 Japanese battleship Amagi. It has 10 main guns, 32 secondary guns, 100 AA guns, a top speed of 30.4 knots, total health 66,300. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, reduce flooded fire chance, faster rudder shift. And for my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, faster turret traverse, lower cooldown on damage control, superintendent, and advanced firing training. We are on the map Islands of Ice, and this is the first gameplay that I have shared with you where my battleship has access to the superintendent commander skill. This commander skill is awesome. It completely changes the way you play the game in many regards. Firstly, you now have pretty much enough aircraft to last the entire 20 minutes, so you should try and get it up as soon as you can. Also, another heal really impacts the encounters. You have one extra way of protecting your battleship, extending the life, making you continue to be a force on the battlefield. And anytime a battleship gets more power, you kind of question why they're allowed to get that kind of power, in the right hands, of course. We see an enemy cruiser moving towards our position. We are hoping he'll continue on, but I don't think he is. Yep, he's adjusting. He definitely knows something's up. We fire on what part of the ship we do see, and we only get minimal damage. He barely made a mistake, and he was able to compensate for that and save his ship. The enemy North Carolina, you can see, he is behind the island, so we don't have a clear shot on him. But we might. The friendly Atago sends out his torpedoes, and tomorrow the Atago will be even more powerful, both in a heal ability being added to it, and I believe they're increasing the damage output of the guns or something like that. Either way, there's going to be a video of it tomorrow with the changes. You can guarantee that. I love the ship. It's just an awesome, solid Japanese cruiser. It's way better than the Kitakami. The Kitakami is unique, but the Atago is your bread and butter. The enemy North Carolina does show a side. We do fire, but we fire a little bit ahead of him. We don't get the citadel penetration that we'd like. We only get 8k, and most of that is from maybe 1 or 2 rounds. The rest, you kind of heard, it didn't hit the right part of the ship. He is on fire. He does use damage control, so if a torpedo or someone has HE fired on him in the next 10 seconds, it'll stick. Friendly sends out torpedoes. One smacks him in the front. I believe he was immune to the flood, though. We fire our next salvo. We do barely more damage. We do land only 4 and do more damage, but we want that citadel penetration. And anytime you fail, when you see a North Carolina with a side showing, I'm going, Notser, come on, get this guy. Don't ever show your side like this to a battleship. A good battleship captain, not like me, someone who actually lands the citadel penetrations, will punish you. And we try a cheeky shot. No citadel penetration. Friendly sends out torpedoes and takes them out, though, so that's great. Good job, Atago. I know my viewers would have totally got that citadel penetration. I just missed the aim slightly. Friendly Atago's taken out by the Izumo. That is a scary ship. We gotta be careful of the Izumo. We have our guns ready to go. We're trying to re-angle them towards the enemy battleship. He's looking right at us. Okay, well, we're not going to change our angling that much. We fire our front guns. The back guns are not in position quite yet. We incapacitate one of his guns, which is a lot when you consider he only has 3. He fires the 2 remaining, and he is able to do very minimal damage. Maybe I was just at the right angle. Maybe he misaimed slightly, but that should have been a punishing shot from him, and it just didn't turn out being that way. I can't afford to make more mistakes with angling. It's just too easy when you're this close to enemies to penetrate their side. You got to be careful with your angling. It's the key to battleship gameplay. This North Carolina is very open, So we're going to fire all our guns at the waterline, trying to penetrate his citadel. Another enemy battleship fires. He's a little short. We get a citadel penetration. Woo, baby! We get something in the 26,000 range. Combination of the front and back guns. You saw the little delay in the damage numbers. That just means the front and the back arrived at 2 different times. Usually they'll arrive at the exact same moment, so the damage number would be combined, but 26,000 is pretty good with the citadel penetration. He continues to show his side, so we're going to continue to punish it. Another waterline shot on the pumpkin camo, and that's going to be going away with the patch, I assume. So anyone who wants to take advantage of it, well, it's already passed. Anyone who wanted to take advantage of it, you should have taken advantage of it. For me personally, credits is my limiting factor. I don't need more XP. I could buy everything if I just had the credits. It's just the way it goes. And we're unsuccessful that time. Enemy torpedoes in the water near us. Enemy Mogami showing his side. I would love to kill the Mogami. Punish this side. He is, of course, re-angling his ship. We only do 5k. No citadels. Dang it. Enemy Izumu fires on a position. Unsuccessful. We're going to put him out of his misery. Can't leave a tier 9 up too long. He has used his heal, but it will be up again to use. And friendly finishes most of him. We just get the kill. You know, that's the way it goes. I didn't deserve that kill, but we had to take the ship out of the game. Here's the North Carolina. He's the guy that we've penetrated prior. With our guns. Penetrated with our guns, okay? Get your minds out of the gutter. Fire another citadel penetration. Only one round hits him, but it is a citadel penetrate. And we do 12,000 points of damage. Front set of guns should finish him off. And we get another citadel. Way overkill. Way overkill. He's done for. 2 battleships knocked out just like that. Still have control over D and C. This is a kind of rare game for me. Usually, most of the fighting goes for B. And I think this gameplay is going to be gone with the changes to this map, which are coming tomorrow. Which are here, out. When you're watching this, it's out. But, yeah, I really like this. Fighting around islands, engaging. I kind of wish that there were a little bit more of this in the new version of the map. We'll just have to see how the meta changes. Suffice it to say, this game was awesome, and this was a pretty rare engagement where the battleship was able to stay near D and support my team. And we fire. Shouldn't have fired. It's a waste. He was maneuvering even before I fired. I'll find myself in a situation where I'll pull the trigger knowing the target is re-angling. You kind of want to wait until they commit. And that's just a mistake by me. Enemy torpedoes in the water. Ooh, baby. I'm trying to shift starboard side. I don't want to get hit by him. Friendly is barely alive. The Atago goes sweeping through really fast. And we're good. We're good. We're safe. This Mogami, is he going to survive long enough that we can engage him? He's on fire. He's not worth our shot. Friendlies have it in the bag. It is much more useful for me to use my full guns against this enemy Amagi. He's also interested in using his guns against an Amagi. My Amagi. I don't want him killing me. And, wow. Wow, that was pretty awesome. Oh, we didn't do any damage to him either. Dang it. Okay, well, we did roughly the same amount of damage to each other. We do see a couple enemy ships pushing through B, possibly trying to flank us. So I'm going to try and go after these guys. The Amagi is well angled and he's running away, so it's going to be a hard shot. It's much easier to kind of ambush a target that doesn't expect you. These cruisers do not expect me to engage them. He's looking forward. We fire ahead of his position. Hopefully he maintains the same heading. It looks like we didn't lead the target enough. Dang it. Yep. Splashes all around, but not on the target. We fire again. And we adjust our lead. And this looks like it's going to be good. It looks like we're going to get pretty good damage. No. Drat. We don't get the dispersion we want, and he is aware that he's taking fire from a battleship. We are, of course, spotted. Something's in the water near us. It's not a shark, but it could be a destroyer, and they could very nearly do the same amount of damage with a bunch of torpedoes, so we got to watch out. The enemy cruiser is about to round the island, this big island for us. And we're going to have full broadsides ready to go. We're waiting for our heel to come back up. We've used our fighter. The fighter is awesome for spotting. And he is very aware. We fire a lead. But we lead too much. He slows down and he's moving back. Oh, that was just a bad shot. Man. Again, you saw that he was sort of slowing down, but I just wanted to get the shot out and I wasted it. You can't waste it in a battleship. Maybe in a cruiser, maybe in a Soviet destroyer, but you can't waste it in a battleship. You really need to read your opponent. And we did see, I think you saw, there's an enemy destroyer on the other side of this big island right in front of me. That fighter that's overhead scouted it out. We saw that he was heading east of the island. And I get a torpedo warning. Friendly sent out torpedoes. What are you doing? I gotta slow down. I am out in the open. I'm scared that the destroyer might have changed his course and sent out torpedoes. You never want to be in a position where your teammates are hindering your ability to stay alive, but so far so good. The torpedoes pass harmlessly, and that destroyer almost got out from behind the island. He did change his direction, but he's probably 10-15 seconds too far behind in order to punish that torpedo scenario. The Miyoko, we fire on his position. This lead looks good. And we get a Citadel. We get 2 Citadel penetrations. He's barely alive. But we need to run now. We choose to use damage control because I'm committed to running away from the destroyer. I'm not going to allow him to have his torpedoes in an effective range. I'm going to rely on my teammates to cover my back. We're going to use our back guns. The Amagi is unique, and he takes a huge torpedo. He's barely alive. The Amagi is unique where it has most of its guns facing back. So we've put ourselves in a good position. And so the destroyer, I believe he flooded out something. He didn't have damage control. Friendlies finish him off. We fire on the New Orleans, and he did his whole slowdown again. We only do 6K. And yep, the destroyer tried to send his torpedoes out, but it's a Mayhem. His torpedoes are garbage. They will be a lot better in the patch that is out right now as you're watching this. But the torpedoes right now, short range. Anytime I can show no mercy on my opponent, I will. I switch to the Miyoko. We're going to try and finish him off with a good salvo. And can we do it? Friendly lands pretty good shots. And we finish off only 800 points of damage, but we did most of the damage on that target. We deserve that kill. That certainly was our kill. Now we're going to move our front guns. We are on fire, but damage control is up. We also have access to that 4th heal, which really helped us out. You can see how low our health is. And we're trying to say, yeah, you're trying to slow down again. So we aim nearly at the ship. And it looks like we have good dispersion. Oh yes, we got good dispersion. We take out the enemy New Orleans. You're not doing that slowdown crap again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, definitely shame on me again. Fool me a 3rd time? No, I don't think so. Torpedoes finish off that guy. Man, nobody's left in this area. There's only a battleship really far off at B, a enemy carrier somewhere in the northeast, and I have no idea where the enemy destroyer is. So we're going to try and head for the enemy battleship. But the Amagi, great ship. I love the ship. It's kind of a toss-up between the Amagi and the North Carolina. The North Carolina is more standard. The Iowa, nearly identical layout. The Yamato, same thing. So if you have success in the North Carolina, you can expect that same success in those ships. Whereas the Amagi, it's got 5 turrets, and most of its firepower is in the back. You go to the Izumu, completely different. All of it's in the front. And then, of course, you go to the Yamato. But the Amagi is great. Rate of fire, guns, everything. It's such a pleasure to play this ship. The whole Japanese line, it really has gotten better and better and better. And you don't have to worry about all that crappy speed of the US battleship line. 0.5.1 is out as you're watching this. What am I looking forward to? The challenges, the missions. I love that kind of content. I can't wait to make it a part of my content that I share with you. One day, oh, let's go after, 10 fires. Okay, we're going to go fire build, maybe the Atlanta or whatever, but it'll be fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Amagi. I certainly enjoyed seeing the Amagi get 4 kills, 5 Citadel penetrations, Dreadnought, with the help of the extra heal, 2,289 base XP, and 135,000 points of damage. Yes! Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.